All right, everybody. Welcome back to the PRPL Podcast. This is your host, Austin. Hope you're doing well out there today. It is a Wednesday night when we're recording. Halfway through it, team. We're halfway there. Doesn't mean much to our retired fellow podcaster, Mike, but to me and Griff, the guys who wake up every day, head into those slums. I can only speak to that so much since I'm a remote worker. I might have to get off my high horse here, but those of us who are still in the working force, grinding it out day in and day out, Wednesday means something and we're halfway through it. So welcome to the booth, Griffin. Welcome to the booth, Mike. How is your hump day treating you, fellas?
Yes, sir. Hump day's good to me. I'll tell you the truth. At Link Belt, we, around Christmas time, things slow down quite a lot. So my big boss, she's out for the rest of the year. I mean, she's done right now. So things are, we're working, we're doing our stuff, but not as much pressure. It's going to gear up a whole lot after the new year. So feeling good right now. This is the second day in a row we are recording, which is that unprecedented? Have we done this before?
Maybe once. We've definitely done at least like just a single day gap perhaps, but I don't know. I don't know if we've back to back before yet.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
Yeah.
Guys, we're the sad sacks. This is no problem for us. We can go back to back to back if we need to. No problem whatsoever. Let me say this.
Like the Bulls in the 90s, eh?
Not a problem. Just call us, we're Michael Jordan and the boys. We can do this. There it is. Austin, you're talking about working from home. Griff, I stopped by to see Austin at lunch the other day. At his timing. And oh my Lord, Griff, he's got it rough. I mean, he's got it. I mean, I almost cried. I almost went out and bought him lunch. I felt so bad for him. To sit in that nice studio of his. He's got wrapped around computers, TV, guitars, microphones all over, a bottle of wine. Austin, I'm sorry it's that rough for you.
Man,
world's smallest violin. Right,
world's changing.
My God, I would keep working if I had his situation. Jeez, it's wonderful over there. Jeez, he gets to get up.
We got an opening on my team. You can put in an application, Mike.
Jeez,
you want to come work with me?
Yeah, I might do it. I may do it.
All right, guys.
Great. What'd you think of this one, guys? Episode 8. What are we calling this one? Winter Fire.
Winter Fire. Shit fire. Yeah.
It was, man, this one was kick ass.
So, yeah, I think we need to look at this, take a look back at this series as a whole that we've had, we've made it through another one, guys. So well done. So congratulations on that as well. We're still doing it, keeping on. So that's always great. Another one. It's like finishing a book, it feels good. We're at the end of this season, more seasons to come, 2 more. And it's been an up and down season is basically what I wanted to say and get around to. It's been an up and down season, much like this podcast sometimes when Griffin slaps his mic, maybe a down moment. But I think this show had some really positive, solid, strong parts. I think the biggest thing that I'm taking away from this entire series is that we need the Dick Halloran spinoff. That's what we need. We need him going to the Outlook Hotel, or what is is it Outlook or what is it? It's what the hell is it?
I'm not sure what it is.
You're talking about the movie from The Shining.
The Shining. I'm trying to think of the hotel, but if it's like the Outlook, whatever. The Outlook Inn, whatever it is. But yeah, I think we need that. That guy kicks ass is what I'm getting at. Dick Halloran, the best character of the show. And I thought this last episode was a good one. I really did. I think, I've personally felt a little let down in some parts on the last one. I thought it was still like a fun one. It had the explosions, a lot of great Pennywise stuff, but we've been over the gripes. We don't need to rehash that. If you want to hear about that, listen to our last episode.
Bang.
It's out there on all platforms. But yeah, man, I thought this one was a pretty strong ending. It felt like a finale. It felt pretty epic. It felt like a movie, and it had enough Pennywise that really, did well for me too. The same thing stands that it's not the best series ever, and it wasn't the best season finale I've ever seen either, but I was content with it. I'm happy with the way it ended.
Austin, just to follow that, it was Overlook Hotel. It's the name where
Overlook. I knew what
Overlook.
Yeah. Austin, I'm going to say this. I thought you're right on. This felt more like a movie to me. This last episode, it did feel like a movie. Everything seemed. I don't want to say it all came together because it did not all come together. But I'll say that our stars stayed the stars, and our kids stepped up. I thought the kids did this was much better. This is not Stranger Things. This is not Last of Us, where the kids just kind of carry the show, but the kids did much better in this one. I like it where the kids and the adults came together at the end, and they were fighting the same cause. I did like that.
Mm-hmm.
Halloran, he did his thing. That guy, man, oh man, he is so believable. I keep going back to what you said. It just felt like a movie to me. It just did. The other ones just felt like they were just piecing it together. This one just seemed like, hey, we're getting our act together. It's a shame because this is the last episode. Do you guys agree with that? It just felt like they're starting to kind of get their momentum.
I think it's no. I felt like it felt like a finale to me. It felt like a good, strong finish to the season. I felt some finality in it, and I enjoyed it. I felt pretty satisfied with how the ending was. Based on everything that we've seen, I thought it did close out a lot of things, and I thought it also opened a lot of kind of questions as well. And that being, where does the story go next? The whole idea of time being a flat circle, call in True Detective here with it. So it knows the future and it lives simultaneously in the future, past and present. So what does that mean? Is that the way I'm thinking about it does that mean this guy is unstoppable? Can you ever truly kill him? Because you kill him in the future, he knows he's getting killed in the future, and he is getting killed in the future, but it's, his present at the same time. So he also is reborn in a different generation. So he can just go to different generations and, at some point kill off the bloodline that kills him. I feel like is he unstoppable because he can endlessly kind of reincarnate.
Yeah.
It sounds like he's pretty unstoppable to me. I mean, come on.
That's what I'm thinking.
There's no answer to that one. What do you think, Griff?
Well, I don't know. I mean, that when it gets into all the metaphysics and whatever, if you could even say that gets a little trippy. Dad, can you, your mic is crackling again. It's doing the same thing. We might need you to plug in, plug out, do whatever you just did.
Okay.
Just to say that. But, I think that this was a good episode. I definitely do agree. I think for me, man, truthfully, this series has been rather lukewarm for the most part. I've enjoyed parts of it for sure. Especially the scenes where we do have the scenes where we have Dick Halloran. I mean, he's a superstar. I think. Yeah, he is. I think his moments are the top from the series, like you said, Austin. And I think a Dick Halloran spinoff would be pretty welcome. I was talking to my buddy today about that. It might have been yesterday, but we were talking about it, and I was like, that would be really great because I just think that guy does such a wonderful job with the character. And
what these like mega, whoever's producing these shows, something they can always do here, and I guess you see it sometimes, and I guess maybe it's an overabundance too, because we see so many of these like same universe stories and different explorations of different characters happening all the time that people are maybe exhausted by it. But this one, I don't know, man. Like this show in this series, it didn't take in a lot of ways for us, but Halloran was a huge standout. Like, and they have to have a feel on that pulse. So it's like, do you now really prioritize that? I mean, I guess that's what it is. You got to have the market for it. And it seems like there is a clear market. I've heard it said, through media as well, that would be an awesome series. And they almost, they did tease it, How much trouble can a hotel be? So
True.
That guy who is, a standout and clearly the best character aside from Pennywise, Skarsgård in this, and acted everything around it. Those two are by far the leaders of this show, and everything that they did was really good television. It's just everything around it was hit or miss at times.
Well, and something else to contribute to that, it's kind of a shame because, when we were having these conversations at the beginning of the series, Charlotte was right in with those cats. She was one of the top dogs, and I think that remained, but she definitely took a big back seat in these last episodes. And again, I think that Hank storyline was middling at best. Kind of just, And then, you have at the end where Charlotte has the whole, oh, I'm reconsidering what Rose said, and let's just live in Derry for 20 seconds. And it's like, it is just
Really?
kind of soft to me,
After all that, really?
It's only 27 years, let's do it. And it's like,
let's just test it, let's not.
There was a demon clown.
Because we love Derry so much outside of this fucking guy.
Yeah, just so stupid.
They lost me. That was a little silly. And then she's hugging Hank, and they lost me with Charlotte there, guys. I didn't get that because, Austin, you talked about it numerous times. Her performance was so good. I think who's really stepped up, and I don't know if I say stepped up because she's been good the whole show. If they would give her more lines, is Rose. I like Rose. I think she's
did a great
fantastic.
finale, I think.
Yes, she's
and I think
wonderful.
We called that on the last one too. We knew
one of you guys did, and I was like, they're right because here she's singing to Daniel. She's right there in the thick of things with the team. No, she's. I think we said it all along. She's the key to this. To be able to. She knows how to trap this thing. She knows what it takes, and. If they would have just listened to her, if Shaw would have listened to her from the get-go, my God, we wouldn't have had these issues, would we? We wouldn't have had a show. But I did really think she stepped up quite a bit.
Yeah, no one's fallen off a cliff more than Shaw in this series. I think we started out kind of liking the guy.
Oh
man,
what a disappointment!
He's the real clown of this whole show. It's not Pennywise, it's Shaw, Rob Shaw, that idiot. Man.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, and I know you're talking about bigger picture, but at the end when that moron even approaches Pennywise, it's like, what are you doing, dude? Like literally full fangs just protruded. It's like, what are you doing, you dumb dick? And then of course Pennywise gets his ass. I never forget a smell. And it's like, I got him. Just so stupid. But the whole thing was dumb to me in that way. And I don't know. I mean,
I think that storyline was dumb that he wanted to, harness that fear.
Well, hell yeah, it was dumb.
That was just dumb.
That's what Austin said.
You know what you said or had for as a theme last episode, Griffin?
What's that?
Recoil. How about the recoil of getting rid of that goddamn shard? It's about to escape and bring terror to the entire U.S. or where. I mean, it wouldn't end there,
No.
So,
well, I just started.
All went to shit. Mist comes into the town.
Yeah.
I like that.
I was thinking of Rose because that's what Rose had said. She said, "Hey, if you let this thing out, you have no idea what it's about to do." And that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, man, here's case in point. Look at this mist going everywhere. These kids getting pulled up in the air, and led around with tuba.
Did y'all like that? What'd you think about that at the school?
Yeah.
That start? What'd you think of that?
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
Special assembly.
Yeah.
Pennywise, the dancing clown,
Well, you saw his hand on the intercom. It's like, oh, God, he's going for them all.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice? Did you guys notice upperclassmen are excused? But
yes, I did.
I was like, God, he just wants some kids, man. It's messed up.
Nasty bastard. That was pretty sick. And the Carney caravan that he's got going with the trumpet playing. I thought there was some really cool stuff in this one. I really did.
It was cool.
Let's get into our favorite scenes, fellas.
Guys,
anyone want to start?
Absolutely. I want to jump right into that scene because that was the one I liked. It was, here we are at the school. He gets this assembly together, and it's Pennywise the dancing clown. And then he just the principal just
he scanners him.
Yes, just rips his head completely off his shoulders.
Yeah.
Oh my God! And then Marge and the team, they're trying to figure out where everybody is gone, and they see that head on the ground. Oh my God! Just vicious. That was a great
not playing.
Scene.
And he deadlights them all. They all. I thought it was a really good
song
scene.
When I close my eyes or something like that.
And he's about 10 feet tall, standing on that stage too, menacing. I really enjoyed that scene.
Again, when Pennywise is in the scene, I don't know. It's kind of like the movie. If you all, and I know you guys have seen The Predator. When the Predator is in the scene, you go, "This is great." Arnold and the Predator. So kind of the same thing here. That he is just great. Yeah, absolutely. And then I like the scene, and you all can help me out with this one. But Leroy sees Halloran, and he's telling him that Halloran's saying, "Hey, I'm seeing dead people," and he's got the gun up to his head, and he's talking about just ending it. And Leroy says, "Dude, I need you. You can't do this. I'll pull the trigger myself for you, but you got to help me find Will." And he looks at him and he says, "Help me find my boy." And that was, I thought, I'm sorry. Help me find my baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was an impactful scene to me.
Yeah, that's a good one. And right after it, we have the scene with Rose, and she has something that can silence the voice, the maturing root, which is
that was cool.
That turtle. But you know what? Here's a little gripe. Rose, why don't you tell him where to not go before he takes this intoxicating fucking root juice, She starts trying to tell him, "Oh, but make sure you don't go," because everything starts distorting. It's like you not tell him before dosing his ass.
Austin, it's like your friend that's drunk and you're trying to reason with him. At that point when they're drunk, you cannot reason with them. And I said the same thing. I went, "Rose, you missed the boat, honey. Why didn't you tell him before?" Because that was terrible.
Speaking of really good scenes, I think it was awesome when we actually got to figure out that Halloran was in his head. And you see, "I'm not Bob," and all this crazy stuff. He's like, "Hey, Bob, I think you forgot where you were," or whatever the hell it was. And he turned the tables on his ass, so that was nice. For me, guys, best scenes of the episode are at the end. I did think it was kind of funny when Marge started driving, and we kind of got to see that little discourse, and also how the girls actually fought over the shard for that moment. And I like how Dick comes out of his trance and goes, "Them girls are fighting, over the shard." Like, that was fun, but best scene of the whole episode, of course, is at the end. Everything that's going on, from Leroy blowing its damn head off to Lil Richie giving the bird to damn Pennywise on the ground to Pennywise shifting shapes, and at the end, once they stick the shard in the ground, when we get to see all his different forms from throughout the series, there were some really cool parts. And of course you had your big, hoorah moment of all the kids going together to get the shard in right in the nick of time. So, that was fun, and it definitely kept you on the edge of your seat. For sure.
That really gave you the epic finale kind of feeling. That felt like a movie. Maybe that's what I'm coming from.
Yes,
that really felt like
I agree.
The end to the movie, the great inflection point. So yeah, I think that's a great one. My favorite scene in it might have been just when Pennywise first shows up. They see the floating caravan and they go up to it, and it comes out, ends up taking Marge, and you get all that kind of exposition about the time is a flat circle stuff. I thought that was really damn cool. And then he freezes up in that face again. And then my second favorite, if not my favorite scene, is the fact that, Dickie is, the tricky Dickie scene. He's playing a
that
game
was
on
funny. Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. Really cool stuff.
Tricky.
And it was just kind of cool seeing them mind duel in a way,
Yeah.
because we like Dickie too. He's our guy. So I thought that was really sick. Little Rich, awesome, of course. But a big one at the end too is we get to see Ingrid down the line, and
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember her name from the movies, but one of the main girl in the movies.
Yeah.
They show her as well. And
Was that actually her, or did they CGI somehow? Was that like very advanced?
I'm not quite sure. But some videos that I've watched as well is like, now that this lore has been applied to it, I don't know if it had been established that he was like a literal like time jumper and just lives omnisciently, I guess you could call it, or omnipresently. But this opens the door to actual like further sequels down the road, past when they killed him too, or something. I don't know. There's just a lot of doors that have just.
Well, here's a
opened
question:
what they could go through.
Dad, what did you think when we saw Mike Wheeler on the screen?
We saw Mike Wheeler on the screen.
Yeah, what do you think when we saw Mike Wheeler on the screen?
He didn't even know, did he?
You didn't notice?
No. What?
Richie Tozier, Marge's son from the future, that she names after Richie, and played in the movies that came out, is played by Finn Wolfhard.
Mike Wheeler.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, they showed him on the screen. They showed him on the screen.
Sorry, I froze up like Pennywise.
Yeah, that's all right. No, I thought it was funny how they did that. I was like, that's pretty dang cool, because I've seen the first It movie from 2017 with Skarsgård, and it just kind of snapped me up. Maybe another gripe. I just watched it on the screen here. Does that pothole really send Marge off the cliff into that tree?
My note was
pothole.
Yeah, my note was hell of a pothole. That really deterred him, but I guess you can't go off the cliff. And it was a big old truck, so I guess that makes a little more sense. The weight got behind it or something. I don't know.
Guys, I love that. I love that scene where Pennywise, he just freezes up, mouth wide open with the. That is, man. That's just it's so cool how they do that, and you almost want his eyes to move. Like, hey, I'm frozen. I can't move. And I thought that would have been kind of cool if they could have done that.
I thought there were some cool shots in there too when he is frozen, of Shaw's kind of POV looking out across the ice, and it's kind of misty, foggy, and you can see him out there frozen still. I don't know what it was, but I thought it was just a cool visual.
That was cool. But guys, the scene, we danced around it, but the scene is when Halloran at the funeral of Richie's.
It's a good one.
And you see Richie with his arm around Will is just, oh man.
Well, I liked it more when he went up to his parents and he said,
"That's the same. That's the one."
That's your boy. Your boy's there. Yeah, I thought that was. I'm a sucker for it, but
man, that's the one that almost got me.
Man,
I'll say I'm not as invested in these characters like Stranger Things. Shoot, that would have tore me up. This one. I as you said, Austin,
if it was anyone, it was Richie though.
We love Richie.
I'll say this.
We love that cat.
I'll say this. I think that and I'll be Mr. Negative again. I agree. I think it's really cool. We see Richie, and of course, when we see him flip the bird, that was awesome. I do think that I think the show just was barely kind of the whole theme for me has been. Just kind of barely misses every once in a while. And something just like a little gripe I had that I didn't really like was, Halloran sees the old Native American warrior. They come back. And then all of a sudden we see that warrior is saying, "Hey, Richie, you can go help your friends." He sees Richie running. Rose says, "What do you see?" And I just thought it was really kind of crass. He goes, "A mother effing miracle." And I was like, did we really need him to say that? Like,
I didn't like that either, actually. That's funny you brought that up. I didn't. I thought about it.
It just was a little crass, and it felt like it was like trying too hard. I was like, that was weird. Why did he do that?
It didn't feel like Halloran's character either.
No,
it didn't feel like something he would have said.
It felt really weird to me.
The
guy that's seeing ghosts everywhere, calling that a miracle too, just didn't make too much sense to me. It didn't feel
make sense.
like his character would have said it or
it wasn't necessary.
And I'll give this. This goes out to my buddy Chad. He made a great point. He said, man, I think that it would have been more effective if, say, when the kids are pushing that shard down, they barely make it. They look at each other and go, man, I could have sworn I felt another pair of hands helping out. I could have sworn. And then at the funeral scene is where we actually see Richie, and it's like, oh my gosh, he was there. You know, he made a great point. I think that maybe could have played better and been a bit more effective, as opposed to just, oh, we see Richie and, you know, he's doing it, and then we see him at the funeral too, you know, and maybe that's a small thing, but just kind of missed opportunities, I think, and, you know, kind of something that maybe they would have come to themselves if they just, like, thought a little bit longer. I don't know.
Well, this is something that we've said about a lot of the execution of this show. I feel like it's been pretty low-brow stuff, low-hanging fruit, just like they're going for the easy wins and trying to take those, and not, you know, they're telling you more than they need to. That's the great art of maybe literature, we'll say, is the art of not telling, the Jaws kind of prototype, and what they tried to accomplish in this to a degree. I guess it's one of the points. There are times they did not give it to us. They weren't giving us Pennywise right away, but everything else they were really spelling it out for you, and that can get annoying when you have, God, this is going to sound so arrogant, but when you have like an intelligent viewer and try to discern something, whether it's quality or not, intelligently, you know, a lot of these things just don't, you know, it's not that crafty. You know,
I'm really interested. Do you know the IMDb score for this episode, Austin?
I believe this one is high, and I'm fine with that one more than the previous one. 9.4. So actually, the Black Spot and Winter Fire, the last two episodes of this, 9.4, and I can get it comparatively.
Well, guys, maybe we're haters. I don't know. Like, I do not feel like this show has been that good, man. Like, what is happening? Is it hype?
Griffin,
an asshole? What is it?
Griffin, this is one that you've got fans of it. They've been waiting for something like this, and they love it. I mean, you know, hey, guys, years ago, and you don't know that, probably don't even know this reference. There was a show that as a kid I watched, Speed Racer. Okay. And when they brought the movie out, you would have thought I was a 6-year-old kid again. I was so darn excited to see it. So I'm watching this thing on that's how bad it ended up being at the theater. But Speed Racer came out. I was so pumped up. I saw the previews and I went, oh my God, they missed the mark. You know, this, I think it's just people were so excited to see it and see this going on. I mean, I get it. You got to admit, guys, when it is on screen, Pennywise is on screen. It's good, man. It's really cool. And you're talking to a guy that's not like scary movies.
He's an all-time movie villain too. He's great. He is good. And he's got some great one-liners. He's kind of funny. He's hilarious.
I mean,
he's a star. He's a star. He is, you know. What it is. And
what did he say to the kids? Welcome to the circus or something, you know, he said that to the kid. He's got those one-liners. You go, man, that's kind of funny.
Really, boys? Funny. He's a carny. He's got that carny kind of charm that's off-putting, but like it's funny too. He's just a quirky, nasty fuck.
He's a nasty old bastard. You gotta, man, he'll rip your head off in a second. Just ask the principal.
And then he'll eat it. All right, characters, guys.
Let's do it.
For me, it's gotta.
Go ahead, Greg.
My favorite character was Rose. Hey, fuck! Hey, what a dick! Hey,
these idiots can't get over.
Let me state the obvious here, nuts. The best character of the series. We're gonna go with Dick Halloran. Yeah. That dude's a beast. He's the best. I think that he kicks ass again in this episode. Something Amy made a really funny joke, guys. We were watching, and he had just gone into the brain. I guess he was just following the shard, and he sees the girls fighting over it. And then they have to like wheel him into the van, and he's like all beat up and whatever. And he's, they put a blanket over him, and Amy went, God, he's worn out from carrying this show. They gotta carry him out. It cracked me up. It was so good. But I mean, in some ways, it's kind of true because the dude's just a beast, and then we get to see him, get it and stop him for a second, so that the kids have enough time to even attempt to put this shard in the ground. And then, we get to see Dick at the funeral too. We get to see him say goodbye to Leroy, and we get that kind of, maybe a little tickling of, hey, could this guy have a spinoff? Hey, maybe you could. What did he say us about the hotel? What could go wrong, or how hard could it be?
Yeah, how hard? Yeah, basically.
Now let's hear from you, Dad, now that I got to go.
What an ass. Gosh, my favorite, look at him. He is so proud of himself, Austin. Golly, what a...
What's new, Mike?
Yeah, he's just an ass. That's all there is to it. Golly, little grumpy bastard. Guys, my favorite was Rose. I think, again, Austin, you talked about Charlotte, all the way through the first several episodes, how strong her character was. She did drop off. I thought Rose picked it up for the feminine kind of side of this story. I liked her.
Mike earning points over here.
Hey,
hello, boy.
Hey, but I liked Rose. I liked her character. There's something about when she's on screen, she's believable. And you feel like she has so much knowledge. Here she is. She's singing to Daniel after he gets shot. And you almost are. I'm very gullible. I'm like, oh man, maybe she's got some way to bring him back. I don't know. I just believe her character, and I think they kind of missed the mark with her. I thought they could have used her a little bit more and doused down that stupid Hank story and used more of the Rose story.
Yeah,
I wish they would have.
I hate to say it, but Hank was a bit of a dud as a character, and
totally a dud.
And it sunk Charlotte with that ship too, because she was a really strong character, and we just didn't get enough of her because of that storyline being wholly uninteresting, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's my favorite character. I'd have to give it to Pennywise.
That's fair.
We've said it would have been Tricky Dicky. It would have been Tricky Dicky because I think he's the ultimate winner of this series because, Skarsgård, he's already made. He's it. He's Pennywise. That guy's doing fine. Holleran came out a winner out of this one. He's on the up and up. I'm buying his stock right now. Mr. Chalk. What's his first name, Griff?
Chris
Chalk. I'm buying stock in that fella because I think we're going to see him in something. And if it's
I could agree.
If it is a Shining kind of storyline of him being at the hotel, I think that'll be really cool stuff and really interesting. We've been real negative in ways about this show. I'm still very excited for the next time it's coming around.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that is because of Pennywise. He's going to be the central figure that's crossing over all these timelines. And if that guy's on screen, you're going to have my attention. So...
Absolutely.
Well, that's fair. And I think also, it has been a whole lot of fun getting to review this series with you guys. And I think it's just a lot of fun reviewing things in general. We've been having so much of a good time, right? So I've really enjoyed myself. And I don't know. I think it's been funny too, just how at the start of this, we didn't know what to expect. And I've been waiting to ask you this question, Dad. I've kind of done so before, but how do you feel now that you've seen this full season? Kind of, where did it fall along with your expectations from the beginning to now,
Honestly, guys, I've said this throughout these episodes. I thought this was going to be much scarier. I thought it was going to be one of those that I'm like, oh, gosh, where you're doing. I never did any of that, guys. I actually enjoyed it.
We did enjoy it. We
Pennywise,
got to be clear about that. We enjoyed watching it.
I did enjoy it. This is not in my wheelhouse at all. I don't watch the slasher horror movies. I don't watch those, guys. I'm a sap. I like the love stories. I like the Goodfellas, the violent, I love all that stuff. That's my bag. But I will say, to answer Griffin's question, this was better, lot better than I expected. I figured I was just going to sit on here and let you guys talk, and then just try my best to interject.
You can't do that. You're a professional, Mike.
But I am a professional podcaster.
Well, I was about to say, you're not a sap. You're a sad sack nowadays.
I am a sad sack.
You've watched Halloween. We watched Halloween. I mean, you're in now, man.
I will tell you this: neither
full-on horror fan.
Neither one of those got me. Guys, don't even try it with the other movies. I know you all know the names. I don't want to see those. I don't want to see that where stuff's jumping out at me. That is not my bag.
Well, we'll do it next year.
Oh, I'm sure we will. Sure we will.
Yeah, we will.
Who's sixth man? Who's your sixth man, Griffin? I'm not going to talk over you this time.
Hey, well, good. My sixth man would probably be, it's a tough one.
Boy, you can see he's real prepared, Austin.
Thing is, there's just
no idea.
Show. I mean, who the hell even is a sixth man?
Griffin, would you like me to take over since you are like bumbling? You're like a bumble.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, can Marge be a sixth man? Is she really that present?
I don't know. I feel like she's that's a tricky one.
It's only 8 episodes
tricky.
in, Austin. He doesn't know that she's a starting 5. Good.
Well, in this episode,
Griffin,
though, I don't know if I'd call it a starting 5.
Is the sixth man.
Yeah, Rich. He's literally called in off the bench. He is.
Griffin, Rich, wake up, man.
No, you know who I'm going to give it to? Screw you guys. I'm going to give it to the Carney guy. I'm going to give it to our boy Dick Halloran as Mr. Carney with the mustache and the long hair. I actually thought that was fun having him in there. And I'm watching the scene right now. I think that fella did a very good job. Just kind of.
I'll say the Shard.
Yeah. You could say the Shard too. Who are you then, Peter Rabbit? I like that. I thought that was fun. Yeah. So, that's going to be my sixth man.
I thought it was interesting, watching it again, kind of thinking, oh, this is Halloran being a Carney right now. He was playing the game. So that's just Halloran talking like that. Pretty good actor, I guess.
Uh-huh.
You could also say Rose. I had her written down. I liked her for sixth man on this one.
Yeah.
Important
Austin,
one here,
what about the chief? At the end, sending in Rich. That was kind of cool.
I guess that's the head coach. Get in there, Richie.
Yeah. Slap him on the table, send him in.
Been on ice for too long. All right, sad sack.
Guys, I had 2 of them because Griffin, why don't you sit and think about this for a minute, see if you can get in the game. Guys, the number one.
I know who the biggest sad sack is.
The number one sad sack in this, guys, and I'm stealing this from you, Austin. I'm sorry, man. I wanted to is Shaw. That dumbass, when Shaw is trying to reason with the most evil bastard on that, it's not even from this planet, and you're trying to reason. That was so stupid. I could not get over that. I'm like, you're trying to reason with it. Good job, dude.
Hey,
you're an American hero.
Hey, man.
Yeah. You're American.
I know who.
That's what it was like. It felt like.
What an idiot.
That's great, Austin.
Sad sack of this. The sad sack of this episode was Principal Dunleavy. He got made into a ventriloquist dummy.
Great.
Got his eyes poked out and his head ripped off. That dumb. I mean,
Griffin,
he had
that is great.
He was a ventriloquist dummy. He literally was.
And he had his toupee fall off when he was on stage and he was getting puppeted.
His wig. Got his wig off and ripped off his head too. I mean,
this show likes
that is great.
Pretty dang good, man. Hey, let's talk about this too. By the way, Austin, watching the recent reel where you were talking about us saying Bob Gray needed to shave his wig. God, that cracked me up. The fact you included that was so damn funny, man. My dad said, it's called acceptance. Rip that damn wig off, buddy.
That was good.
Oh, that's great. Austin, who did you have for sad sack? This ought to be good.
I got Shaw selected, but I think we got to mention Taniel as well.
I thought the same
too.
thing.
Taniel caught that. And I mean, before that, Taniel about crushed all the kids like a melon. Here's a gripe of mine. You're not stopping a car on ice that quick. They just slid right into everyone right there. He stopped and he was done in about 5 feet. Another big gripe that I definitely wanted to bring up here was Leroy. So Leroy, we've been told the whole season he's scared of nothing.
Yeah.
He shoots its head off, blasts him, and then a jack-in-the-box head comes up and he goes, ah! Did you see that?
That's a good point, Austin.
He goes, ah! He's scared of that. You know, it's losing his son and a jack-in-the-box, apparently. One in the same with Buddy the Elf.
There you go.
All right.
God, man.
Not the reception I thought I might get, but that's okay. Themes and things.
Themes and things. Tricky Dicky.
Yeah.
Toupee. Bad driving. We got Marge hitting a pothole. Taniel about crushing the kids. What is it called, Austin, when it does that shine on him? What's that called?
The deadlights.
Deadlights. Let's say deadlights.
Sure.
Bob Gray, because we get that little flashback. I'm going to say, let's say Richie comes through. I think that's kind of a theme and a thing. That flipping the middle finger was great. Let's say jackassery in honor of Shaw and getting eaten by our man It. And also damn Shaw's face when he starts freaking out. Did y'all see that?
Yeah.
Very reminiscent. Very reminiscent of number 2 in Austin Powers. I'm tired of you pushing me around. That little face he gives. I think Shaw
looked like Little Shaw, who was a sad sack of mine. If we go back a few,
I think Shaw hammed that one up. And let's say just in the nick of time as well, talking about that dagger protecting and saving the day.
Those are good ones.
Very good, Griff. Good Lord, you took a bunch of mine. Guys, I had overcoming fear, Jagger, flute.
Jagger.
He meant dagger.
Oh, I said Jagger. Oh,
oh God.
Someone wants a burger, huh?
Hey, what about... hey, guys.
I had a lot of burgers this week. Thank you, guys.
What about it?
How about Dagger?
What about it doing his little skippy skip on the ice? He's skipping.
That was
he
so
got him.
weird.
He's skipping.
He looked like Scrooge skipping on the ice.
Yeah, he looked like
funny
some
motherfucker.
I got 2 more. How about Mother-Son Bond and God Eater of Worlds?
Yeah, good call, Mike. That's a really strong line in that scene.
Oh, jeez.
Well, you're good. You're all right. I got Missed.
Oh, nice. Good one.
We mentioned Deadlights, finale, epic. How about Uncle Mike? We get a mention of Uncle Mike in this. Marge's Uncle Mike. That's who she saw drive.
There you go.
Recoil, Mike Wheeler, Tricky Dicky. Got some Lord of the Rings references, of course. You know, we got a Isildur will when he gets to the end. If you destroying the Ring of Power, he turns away at the last minute. And then we also have Frodo Lily, who's also being tainted by this shard. And that whole shard has a lot of parallels to the Ring of Power and its effects. So I don't know if we want to say derivative, but yeah, that's definitely like that. Scanner's head explosion. I said, here it is. Welcome to Overlook Hotel. He earned himself a spinoff series, Mr. Dickey. Someone else's fight next season. Right? That's what Lily says. I thought that was kind of a cool scene at the end. And the big one, the final one, The big show, Pennywise on Ice.
Pennywise on Ice.
You like that?
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
We already said IMDb. I think that's really all we got, guys. How we feeling? Feeling good about the finale? Any last words about this show?
I
as
mean,
a whole?
like I said, this was not my favorite series. It wasn't. I do think that it was a lot of fun to watch. I'm very glad that we got to do this. This was a great idea, Austin, reviewing this series. I think that we might be in the minority. I think some people really like this series, so maybe we're on to something. Aside from that, I'd be lying to say I wasn't, again, on the edge of my seat for the majority of this episode. I thought it was fun. I enjoyed it. There's no doubt about it. So, very fun. Very glad we got to do this, guys. And you know us, Purple Podcast, Sad Sacks, we just keep rocking. This is just the beginning. I swear to goodness be. I mean, we are just going to keep on pushing and keep on getting better and better. We're showing that with every episode. No doubt about it.
Guys, let me say this, please, for those of you listening out there, please give us your feedback. We love it. We love the feedback. If we're missing the mark, please let us know. I mean, if we're too critical, if we're not critical enough, please give us that feedback. I'll say this, if hopefully you are getting to see our reels that we're putting out there, because I mean, the numbers are proving that people love them. You're really missing out on them because they are funny. Kudos to Austin. Some of them, I swear, man, it's like the best part of my day when I see that.
I mean,
come out.
Dad, you said
they're great.
You said when you're working out nowadays at Hotworks, you said that you can't even walk in that place without getting stopped, without someone asking who you
Griffin,
are. They say you look familiar.
Guys, look, I have been wearing a cowboy hat. I have to wear it out. We went out Christmas shopping today. It's my daughter is like, Dad, they're looking at you. I know. What do? I am on one of the most popular podcasts out there, with you guys. Let's just call it what it is. The Sad Sacks are rocking the house.
Yes,
we know it. We're having a ball doing this. It's going to keep happening. We've got another one coming up. When are we doing the next one, Austin? We're doing it this weekend, Monday next week. Can't wait to do that one. That one's Scrooge of 1970. Yeah. That is one that means the world to us.
We're going to have on Christmas Eve.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Possibly a guest. Looking forward to it, Austin. Austin, thanks again. I've had a ball with this one. As Griffin said, this is one you guys kind of twisted my arm to do, and I am happy that I was in with you guys because I've enjoyed it personally. There's been some misses, but I think the hits have been a lot better than the misses.
Yeah. I mean, the overall ratings of the show, both IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes, have it at an 8 out of 10 on IMDb and an 80% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like 80%, that's a C in school.
Solid.
It's a C in school, so like
that's really high though. That's a high rating.
I think
so.
I
mean, I think getting into the 70s, I wouldn't go into the 60s though. Anywhere between 70 and 80, I'm not going to crucify you. I think that's going to be fine. The show has quality. There's some really bad stuff out there, but this isn't one that I would ever be like, really put myself on the line for. I wouldn't be selling it like that. I wouldn't feel that. I wouldn't feel strongly about myself doing that. I'd say I'd call it out as, and that's what we've been doing this whole time. So if you've listened all the way through and you've followed the entire series, thank you immensely. That means a ton. I hope you enjoyed. We hope you enjoyed. Hope you continue having a good holiday season. Like Mike mentioned, we will have a near and dear one coming out on Wednesday, that being Christmas Eve, Scrooge 1970, Albert Finney, an absolute classic, and one that I would suspect many of you have not watched or seen. So if you haven't and you have some time, by all means, you absolutely should. It kicks ass. It's a great one. My personal rendition, or my personal favorite rendition of the Christmas Carol, So yeah, man. not much else to say. We enjoyed the show. We'll be back for the next season whenever that one ends up coming out. So we'll see you then. We'll see you before, talking about some other media as well, of course. But other than that, guys, keep living well. Keep doing your best. We'll be talking to you soon. And bye-bye.